Tonight, the era of the two-tiered justice system in the United States is officially over. My name is Kash Patel. I have served as the director of the FBI and the chief of staff for the Department of Defense. For 4 years, you watched them weaponize the government against the president, against your families, and against the Constitution. But I am standing here tonight to tell you, we have the receipts, we have the warrants, and as of 04:00 a.m. this morning, the first wave of Operation Accountability has been initiated. What the mainstream media, the same people who lied to you about the laptop, the same people who lied to you about the border, is calling political retribution is actually the lawful restoration of the American Republic. I have seen the classified transcripts from the secret meetings at the DOJ and the FBI during the previous administration. I have seen the names of the bureaucrats who signed off on the illegal surveillance of American citizens. And I am telling you, President Trump has authorized me to declassify every single page. The deep state isn't a theory anymore. It's a target list, and we are working our way through it one name at a time. Before I reveal the names of the 3 high-ranking officials who were taken into custody in the last 24 hours, you need to do something. The censors, the globalist algorithms, and the remaining shadow networks inside big tech are trying to cut the power to this channel. They are terrified because they know their names are on the manifest. If you want to support raw, unfiltered national security intelligence, you must hit that subscribe button right now. Do not wait for the news to tell you what happened. They won't. Subscribe. Share this with every veteran and every patriot who still believes in the rule of law, and check the link below to help us stay independent. This is the front line. Let's talk about the 7th floor purge. For the last 72 hours, my team at the FBI, patriots who were sidelined for years, has been executing search warrants on the private residences of the Dirty Dozen. These are the intelligence officials who coordinated with foreign entities to manipulate the 2024 landscape. We found the offshore accounts. We found the encrypted servers, and what we found in those servers would make a Cold War spy novel look like a fairy tale. They weren't just protecting the former administration. They were selling access to our national energy grid and our agricultural reserves to the highest bidder in Beijing and Tehran. Why now, in April 2026? Because President Trump has officially removed the administrative state shackles. We are no longer asking for permission. The gray ghost malware that paralyzed our deterrent was the final straw. We've traced the digital fingerprints of that sabotage directly back to a cell of contractors operating out of a basement in the Department of Energy, funded by a Biden-linked NGO. They thought they were untouchable. They thought the bureaucracy would shield them forever. They were wrong. I saw the former President Joe Biden this past weekend. He looked like a man who knew the walls were closing in. He was on a golf course, but he wasn't playing. He was talking to lawyers. He knows the executive privilege shield is gone. Inflation is at a record high because these people looted the Treasury on their way out. The national debt is screaming past $39 trillion because they use the American taxpayer as an ATM for their globalist green transition scams. While you struggle to buy milk, they are moving their assets into physical gold and shipping it to Switzerland. But we've frozen the ports. We've blocked the transfers. We are clawing back every cent of that stolen wealth. Taxpayers spent $100 million on Biden's vacations, but we are going to make sure the American people get a refund in the form of justice. He stood aboard Air Force One yesterday as President Trump was landing at Mar-a-Lago to finalize the Justice Directive and claimed he was a victim of a political witch hunt. The irony is pathological. He is the one who unleashed the DOJ on parents at school board meetings. He is the one who tried to jail his primary political opponent. Now that the shoe is on the other foot and the evidence is verifiable, he's crying foul. I've seen the Stratcom reports. Our enemies are watching this internal cleanup with terror. They relied on a compromised U.S. government to advance their interests. That window is closed. The war in the Middle East is a direct result of this previous corruption. We abandoned 13 strategic bases because the kickback industrial complex wanted to move the equipment to private contractors. We are now in the process of reclaiming those assets. Iranian state media is screaming because they've lost their best friends in Washington. The Hormuz strangulation is being met with a level of American force they haven't seen in decades. We are clearing the lanes, and we are doing it without the permission of the globalist committees. The next 48 hours are the most dangerous in our history. There are elements of the deep state that would rather see this country burn than face a jury. We are tracking stay-behind cells that are planning to trigger a digital blackout to stop the arrests. They want to shut down your banking, your power, and your communications to create a controlled chaos event. But we have the codes, we have the intercepts, and we are one step ahead of them. I am telling you this because I am the only one who can still get this past the filters. I have the list. I have the warrants, and I have the backing of the Commander-in-Chief. This channel is where you get the truth before it's scrubbed. Hit that notification bell right now. Share this video with every doctor, every farmer, and every veteran who was fired for refusing a government mandate. Your vindication is here. The storm isn't coming. The storm is inside the building. The vaults are being audited, the traitors are being cuffed, and the American Republic is being reborn. Stay vigilant, stay focused, and keep your eyes on the data. I have authorization to bring this evidence before a special grand jury. Biz bu savaşı her mahkeme salonunda, her ofiste ve her sokakta vereceğiz. The globalists think they can still hide behind their media puppets. They think you're too tired to care. But they are wrong. We see the manifests, we see the betrayal, and we are bringing the hammer down. Every share of this video is a blow against the deep state's wall of lies. Every subscription is a new soldier in the army of truth. We are the resistance. Prepare your families. Stay calm. The rule of law is returning. We are entering a period of national restoration, but we will emerge as the greatest power on earth once the rot is removed. The clock is ticking, and the next 24 hours will change everything. Stay with us. The next update will include the specific charges against the Dirty Dozen. We are going to strip away the redactions and show you exactly how they sold out your country. This is Kash Patel, and I am not backing down. I will be back as soon as the next set of indictments is unsealed. Subscribe now, and let's hold these people accountable before they can flee the country. The situation in the Pacific is also reaching a boiling point, but for the first time in years, we are negotiating from a position of strength. China knows the pay-to-play era in Washington is over. They know Donald Trump is back, and they know the FBI is no longer their playground. Don't miss the next report. This is for the soul of America. Stay tuned, stay free. The truth will prevail. We are tracking a private jet leaving Dulles tonight with 3 former NSC officials. We've already alerted the tower. The heist is over. Watch the gates, watch the markets, and above all, watch this channel. I'm Kash Patel, and I'll see you on the front lines.